And we are back for another episode of Main Street Prowlers. And welcome back, guys, after a week off.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
We are back for another.
Good after the New Year's. Pretty good. I can't hear a word.
What?
Can't hear a word you're saying, though.
Huh?
My ears are clogged.
Huh?
What?
What?
Hello.
So how you doing, Danon?
I am here. Long weekend. Very long
weekend.
Some
silver stick stuff on.
Yep. All my pins from all the years I've helped out the teams and
hey, I like
the penalty box.
The elk one?
Yep. That's one of my newer ones. I think I got that the last year that was before the COVID hit.
2019?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that? But anyways, let's talk about the silver sticks really quick. It was an interesting weekend this weekend.
Yep. Little Caesars won their group. I think that was
Pee Wee
Triple A. Yep. Pee Wee Triple A. And Chicago Mission won theirs.
Yeah. I found that the Bantam Triple A where Chicago won, and actually a really interesting game.
Yeah.
Because who they were playing, the Long Island Gulls, were actually really shorthanded.
Yes.
They had 10 players total.
Right.
And
what did you think about getting to work the box this year?
I loved it, to tell you the truth.
Unfortunately, no penalties went to the boxes that game, but, you know.
After you left, there was actually quite a lot that I worked for. Because there was...
the last game you went back?
Yeah. Because there was... Right at the end, there was a good 5 right in a row that I had to take the box for.
Well, I had a party in my box just before my break, you know. One kid got a 8-minute and a 2-minute, so somebody had a service too. So yeah, he was in there for a while, and I had a total of 5 people in there at one time.
5?
Yep.
Wow. You don't get that many in the Prowlers game.
That was just as Chris was arriving. I was like,
and that kid had a mouth on him too.
I got him calmed down though.
Yeah.
I told him, if you don't calm down, unfortunately they will. They'll come back and give you another penalty, and you'll be out of the game and probably out of the tournament for the weekend.
For your mouth.
Yep. You're not, especially with what he was saying. He was telling the ref to take his strap off and everything. He wanted to fight the ref.
Wow.
Mind you, this happened just like right after a nice sizable youth brawl.
Yeah.
So.
And they're not supposed to be fighting. They're not supposed to be fighting in that group either.
Which was kind of.
And they're not supposed to be checking. During my championship game, that was funny. This kid, he checked a kid into the boards, and it was, you could tell it was a bad check because that they're not allowed to do, because working in that arena and being in that arena so long, you can tell by the sound of the board when somebody hits it. And he comes in the box. He goes, "Well, that's the experience for next year." I'm like, "Well," he goes, "I'm not supposed to check." He goes, "Next year I'll be in the age group of being able to check people." So, yeah, at least he was kind of comical about it. He knew he did wrong, and
Wow,
but
13 viewers. Welcome in, everyone.
And nobody was hurt.
Nobody got hurt this weekend.
But
no injuries this weekend, and that's the best part.
The worst one I saw of stoppage was because someone during the very last game, they were hit really bad.
Yeah,
it was really awkward. But even they got up under their own power, but it's just like.
Well, that's what I mean. There was no major injuries this year, and that's what we want. We want to see, good hockey, have fun. And I have to say, like I told that kid too, the one that got in trouble for checking, these refs have been letting you guys play this weekend. They have not been really majorly blowing the whistle.
Kyle Powell was a player,
yeah. Yep, they weren't majorly blowing the whistle and calling penalties. They were letting the kids play. Only time really is when it was necessary to,
Exactly. And they were even letting a lot of icings
Oh
go.
yeah, there was a few. The one kid, like I told, me and Justin were talking after the one game. The referee actually escorted the kid over to the box and was talking to him at the same time. I think he forewarned him if he didn't straighten up that he's going to give him majors instead, because the penalty he actually drew should have been an 8-minute, but he only gave him a 2-minute.
Yeah.
So he and the kid shook his head like, okay, yeah, and then the referee went over to the bench and told the coach, I'm gonna give him a 2-minute, but it should be more.
And I think I remember that was on the second day, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. There was unfortunately quite a lot of roster violations this weekend.
Yeah, that weren't being enforced either, really.
Oh, really?
A lot of wrong numbers on the uniforms, players under wrong number. Again, I think a lot of that has to do, unless the referees want to push the issue and the coaches want to push the issue, usually they talk about it, and if a coach says, yeah, he wants a player ejected, in these type of leagues, they'll unfortunately they eject it. And unfortunately, normally that's if it's a top player, you'll see him get ejected. If it's just the younger, the mediocre, that that's not their top line, most coaches will say whatever. We've had times where one player is wearing his away jersey, unfortunately, through the whole tournament because mom or dad or he forgot to pack his bag right.
Or the airport lost.
Yeah, the one airport lost the one kid's bag. And the bag that they lost had his home jersey in it.
Oh, that
His
sucked.
jersey, and they lost his stick
Yeah, his stick.
Damn.
He had his
Can you
stick.
imagine losing all your equipment, though?
for the whole entire tournament.
It's sad. It is really sad when that happens.
But yeah, so the stuff like that,
Hello, Tim.
they try to work with it, because you don't want to eject a kid out of the tournament because of the situation. They even actually are strict on that. They're not wearing the right color socks.
Yeah. And that's one good thing though, is that if you talk to the other team, they'll be like, okay, we'll work something out.
Yeah.
That would suck though, flying all the way here. Came to find out your baggage is lost.
Yeah.
That was suck.
Well, the one year, the one kid had to wear somebody else's actual jersey with no name on it. Luckily, and that player wasn't playing anyways. It just happened to. That was a kid that.
He was injured.
No, he was the cancer patient.
How
Oh,
far
yeah.
was he?
Yeah, this one kid couldn't play anymore, and they're in the tournament to represent him for that because he was one of the heart and souls of the team, and he come down with cancer, and he ended up wearing his jersey during the game. So again, it worked out.
Which makes everything a lot better.
Yep.
But yeah, these kids this weekend definitely gave their heart and soul.
Yes.
They could.
I will tell you, I was shocked. I did not think Chicago was going to win theirs because that first night, oh boy, they got whomped and they weren't playing like they normally do. Even Beltire didn't play good this year,
Right.
and that's a shock.
But at least the Chicago came back and proved why they're number one in the nation right now. But Beltire, that's what the hell happened?
Yeah.
But
And yes, there was lots of games. We had games from 4 o'clock on Thursday till
Holy cow.
9:30 at night was the last game, and then Friday it would start at 8 in the morning till 9:30 at night was the last game, and Saturday was the same way, and then Sunday was, the semifinals and finals.
as you say 9:30, but yet Friday's got over.
Well,
just-
way over, yeah. We were a little over an hour behind by the time everything got going.
And when I finally was able to leave the games on Friday night, it was 12:15 in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Well, that's not as bad as, like I said, when Lapeer County's ice melted. We were there till 3 in the
True,
morning. We had to
yeah.
be back at 8 in the morning.
True. Yeah.
What happened?
We were there until 3 in the morning the one year.
Oh yeah, you
doing
were telling me
games,
about the
because Lapeer County's ice melted. The rink melted.
Dakota County.
Lapeer.
Oh, look here.
Yeah, their ice melted and
That arena's not there now, is it?
no.
Unfortunately, it's been
That's
demolished.
pretty sad, though. They could have put a team in there.
Nah.
Well, the owner did not want it
No.
at all. And
Which is pretty sad, honestly.
yeah, it is because they had the Lapeer Loggers for a while out there. They lasted half a season. And they moved halfway through the season, not because of poor attendance, but because the owner was just like, screw it, I don't want it.
Yeah, but also if you look, it's still even look at it for their. I have to myself. I look at Lapeer County was more of a youth hockey type atmosphere. It was not nothing other than youth hockey, really.
Right.
Just my opinion. I think
Yeah.
it was more of a
Jerry
just like youth hockey, just like St. Clair Shores. That was not meant for. That was more. That's all youth and high school.
And we'll get to that in a minute, Tim. Right now, we do want to go over just a little bit more of the Silver Six.
Yep.
So, but yeah, St. Clair Shores, you can definitely tell, especially in the early to mid 90s, they were dominating Silver Six.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And that's what I mean. Because even going there as a fan when they had a pro team there, like I said, when you're visiting teams, fans outweigh the home team fans by not even a small margin. A huge margin. We had 250 people there. Only like 25 of them were from St. Clair Shores.
Right.
That's I know they love their youth and they love their high school hockey out there.
And don't get me wrong, I love an extra game here and there, but
Yeah.
you got to be able to support your own team.
Exactly.
And you can't rely on people coming from hours away. I know we were only 45 minutes away, but
Right.
you have to look at it at the point where you're a minor league team where you're supposed to be hours away.
Yep.
So you can't have these fans from other cities, other states supporting you,
Right. Yeah.
especially when they're supposed to be your rivals.
Yeah. Exactly.
The good thing is, with these Silver
And the thing
Sticks,
is they didn't even, if you think about it, they didn't even have a proper ticket master program or nothing. You walked in, you bought a bracelet.
Right.
It wasn't meant for it. It really wasn't.
Right. It didn't help the fact, too.
there's that noise again.
That's the furnace.
Oh,
So the weird thing too is also how they had the locker rooms straight into the fans area.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I guess we better get to the questions since they're pestering us, right?
yeah, we got one from Greg.
That's
No, we're not moving. We are not moving.
at least Port Huron, they're guaranteed at least another 3
5
years.
Yep. I'm looking at, and I don't know about Chris and Rob, that our owner is picking up another team because he had his team dismantled because the other team went to SBHL.
Exactly.
So he still actually owns a franchise franchisee that he can put together somewhere else at the moment.
And the good thing too about that is that he can determine if it's a brand new team or not.
Right.
So he can take the records from Danville
Yeah.
if he wants.
Yep.
So
Tim was saying, who is the leading scorer for the year for the team so far?
And that's what I was. That's Dalton J.
Yeah.
Naturally, who has 39 points on the season so far, 18 goals, 21 assists. So naturally, he's the one leading for us.
oh yes. I figured that's who that would be anyways
Yep.
at the moment.
But it drops off starting from there, going to 32 for Matt Graham, 28 for Johnson, and then down to 15 for Ishra. So they need to start.
Yeah.
This is another reason why we're starting to pick up the scores that we need, all the offensive production that we need. We need to start putting stuff up on the boards.
Myron Johnson too said who has the most penalty minutes.
Joe Pace?
I don't think it's Joe this year.
No,
No, not probably because he hasn't played as many games.
he has 58 in 11 games, but Matt Graham actually has him on that right now with 75.
How many games though?
23.
So
it equals out.
I still give it to Pace because he has less games played with 58.
True. But, yeah, it's a hard. It is hard, but also you have, especially in this year, at least with the Port Huron, we've had our core team.
Called up and traded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah. Those two are, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to admit, they're passionate about their team. They're passionate about protecting the team.
Yes, exactly. And I am going to say some of those that Graham got should not have been given. All he was doing is his job as coach, debating a couple of the penalties, and they gave him a penalty over it.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that was BS that night. What do you get? Two different ones for talking to the ref about a penalty and.
But you know the coach is doing his job though when he can get under the skin of the other team that bad.
Yeah.
And that's exactly another thing too is Pace. He gets under the skin just by amping up and getting the other team's crowd into the game.
Yep.
And it starts to piss off the home team.
That's the best part about Pace.
Yeah, it's like
He's an entertainer.
He really is an entertainer. He's especially still being for the age he is.
Yeah.
A hockey player, still a pretty good defenseman too.
Yeah.
And he'll
As
go,
we say, he's a great defenseman if he stays out of the box.
right. And
But he's doing his job a lot of times too when he goes in the box, like you said too. You know.
and Dalton looked pretty good for you guys over the weekend. Yeah, he's been picking up the pace. He's been
Since we lost Austin Federley.
God, don't even talk to me about that one.
I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for him too. But,
I'm happy with it though too. Moving up to the Ice Flyers.
You know, scary thing is he could be one that might not come back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you never know. We might see him in the NHL.
No. I would love to see that, but
What?
And yeah, Dalton is definitely one that will fight hard, and he's one of the best two-way forwards.
Well, yeah, Minnie's definitely a great for us too.
But I have my issues though. Is that
He's the announcer for the Black Bears. Hey, you're awesome, honestly. I love your announcing.
We all love you over here because you're one of the most unbiased people out there. But I have my issues with Minnie because he's a great player. He really is a great player if he can stick his put his mind to it.
Yep.
And at least in the COVID year, he was mentally checked out, I think.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best proving grounds is during a shortened season for a team that's trying to win.
Yeah. As many games in that short of time. You know. Because it wasn't long. You know, it was a blast still. You know.
Oh, the arena announcer, not the radio guy. Oh, okay.
But either way, it's still you're a great.
Yeah, we hear
We
you.
hear you all the time on the game.
Right, but I think that's the main reason why Elmira ended up losing to Columbus, is because Minnie was mentally checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
really proved it over this weekend too during that one fight.
And that's the thing. That's what we're saying. When he uses his knowledge, his power, his size, everything, he's a great player.
He has amazing hockey IQ. Don't get me wrong.
He's
But-
a Falcon one, is he?
But with
Russ, okay.
we'll go more over that. Although right after this commercial break, though, remember to go to MainStreetProwlers.com and Main Street Blue Water. Sorry, guys. I've not made that mistake in over a year now.
Yeah.
MainStreetBlueWater.com, though, guys.
You're welcome, Steven.
But we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got to be elite wrestling tomorrow, guys. You're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was
good. Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personable issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. And hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Hey, this is James Woolman here from Great Lakes Gaming. Are you looking for an excuse to get out of the house? Well, if so, we're your excuse. We have Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering games all week long. We run leagues, and we're also open 7 days a week. Every Thursday, we are running disc golf leagues at Houndwoods Middle School from 5 to 7, all through the spring and summer. Recently, we have become part of the WPN network of Wizards of the Coast. We're going to be starting trivia on Tuesdays, and we run a Super Smash tournament the first Saturday of every month. So that should be plenty of reasons for you to get out of the house.
And we are back. Welcome back, guys.
Yep,
Hello,
welcome
man.
back.
Like I was trying to get into before the break, though, Alex Morgan, he's only played like 2 or 3 games with us so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been an absolute gem for us.
Morgan?
Yeah.
It's Adam Morgan.
Adam Morgan, sorry. I don't know why I have Alex stuck in my head right now. Adam Morgan has been an absolute gem for us. He scored. He's averaging like what, 1.5 to 2 points per game right now.
He's got 1 goal.
And it's either way he's been.
But assist.
1 goal. That's it.
That's it.
1 goal, 1 game play for us.
Either way he's been an offensive. He's been a playmaker that we've needed. He hasn't produced in the points factor, but he's made plays. He's forced plays to go our way, and he's half the reason why we got off to a 2-0, 3-0 start against Binghamton.
Yeah, also you got to look at too, like you just said, it's one game so far. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get chemistry with guys and get a little bit more going. It's when you switch teams, you gotta
Look at
start over a little bit.
Look at Bobby Scoia and Mike Moroso we got in 2019.
Yeah.
They just started with us that season, and they were just like a fire.
Yep.
And it's
You also remember, Rosa also has played on our ice before.
Yeah, their ice, and he plays two-way hockey.
Yep.
exactly.
That's
And
true.
it's also a little bit harder from Adam's perspective, because he's coming from the team that we just played.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit harder because he's not exactly knowing how he he didn't have the time to accumulate to the point of playing against possible friends. So,
Well, as a lot of the players say, you got to look at too. A lot of the players will tell you they are friends off ice, but on ice, if they're not on your team, but a lot of them are friends off ice. Joe Pace and Mafus are great friends.
right. And our producer just said though he's from Delaware.
Yeah, it's
So I'm sorry I misspoke on that one. I thought
he's played for Delaware.
so.
Any new comments? Nope.
Well, I'm sorry about that for misspeaking, guys.
Hey, that's what the producers are to. If we make a mistake to let us know. Hey, we need to correct that.
Right, but he's
He's a great player.
Yeah,
Definitely
he's a great player.
Yeah.
He's gotten used to the Black Bears style of coming from, because they played 6 or 8 times before he even came to us.
Yeah.
So that's
played 15 games for Delaware.
right. And then but he knows Binghamton.
Yeah.
Well, being from that area too, he's. I'm kind of sad that we lost Roseboom. He was a nice guy. I don't know if anybody got to talk to him, but he's a really nice guy. But we need that production from someone. There's been words said around the area that we don't need the production, but yet we need the production. We're getting outscored.
Well, it's not even that. Like I said, even if it's when things are like this are happening, and like we said, it's hard to find defense right now because everybody's called up the SPHL or whatever. We need to change up the lines to try and do something different. And that's the normal thing that happens when things aren't working and you're not winning. You change things up. Either change the lines up or change the players.
Exactly.
Even if it's more scorers, maybe that will change the line chemistry enough where it takes some stress off the defense.
And that's another thing too, is that we haven't had Corey and net for the last few weeks.
Right.
I don't know what happened there, but
What's it say?
it would be cool to see an all-star game and skills similar. It was weird. So FHL had one all-star game.
Yep.
And it was an outdoor all-star game because it was played out when Williamsport had that outdoor team. And it left a bad taste in their mouth because 2 weeks after the all-star game, the Williamsport just up and folded because they didn't want to play any more games. It would have been an almost all in a way schedule, so I kind of don't blame them. But yet, when you do it to the league, that they put so much trust into you that they give you the very first all-star game in league history.
If we would have had an all-star game here, I could see them doing it at the Memorial Stadium.
That again, you have to make sure it's the right time of the year because unfortunately we have that other tournament they like to do at the Memorial Stadium. The last 2 years it melted before the tournament started.
Yeah, it was getting warm, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's got to be done. If you're gonna have an all-star game, it's got to be
in the winter,
January or
like
February.
right now.
It's got to be January, February.
But also the fact is that
If it's outdoors, I'm saying.
Yeah.
For here.
But it's like that's another thing too. Is like the league needs to get away from it has to be an outdoor
Right.
all-star game.
Right. I'm just saying if you do an
Yeah.
outdoor, because like I said, I was supposed to work a couple of the tournaments that were outdoors, and like I said, it just unless
Didn't this
it's
league have
scheduled
one
right,
team
it
that was
just
outside?
it
What?
Didn't this league have one team that was actually play all games outside?
Rewind to when you get home.
we were talking about that a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
But as I was saying,
I guess that my ears were cold.
Yeah.
we've had. It's just hard to do outdoor. 'Cause
Yeah.
Michigan's not predictable. Like for December, we had 63-degree weather.
Exactly. It's not.
This guy's been asking if the ice on the river is hard enough to go on, and when he asked 2 weeks ago, it wasn't. 2 days ago, it was, but then the other day, it all melted again. And if the weather stays like it is right now, it'll be ready again by tomorrow.
And the FHL doesn't have the funds like the NHL does to upkeep the ice.
And you have to bring coolers in and systems to keep it cold.
Right. But it's like it's cool in theory,
Yes.
but how much money would it take to bring it in?
Right.
Yep.
Because it's and at that point too, does the owners want to lose that much money possibly?
Right. Yeah, because they'd have to split. All the owners would have to split the cost.
But
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be better on an indoor arena, and just pick one throughout the league each year. There's not a lot of teams here. Give everybody a chance.
Yeah.
Even as we build up, it would, eventually everybody would get a chance.
Now with that ice rink that's outside of the morning, is that going to be suitable?
That's just for outside skating for
okay.
a family type thing.
I was going to say that would be cool having it outside like that. Right?
That ain't a big. That would not even be close to size.
It's from the inside.
it'd probably be like a blue line to the end, at very most.
So
Yeah.
mainly like the ice skating rink in Detroit, mainly.
It's just for like fun. That's
Yeah.
all it's for.
It's I can see them doing it, especially if Mississippi comes in and produces the fan base that they promised.
That
with
they've been looking
Yeah.
at for the last each game.
So
I can see this. It's sold out. The home opener.
yeah.
All-time attendance in the league.
But with that being said, though, I think with that, if they do an all-star team, I think Mississippi should get the first one.
If they can get the attendance like they are, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It'd be amazing for them, for one, having them coming back, and also it would set up success for future all-star games.
Yep.
Because if they do it right, they can set aside the money if they make over the amount that they need.
Yep.
And then set it aside for putting into smaller
Hi, Billy.
smaller arenas.
Yep.
Billy's on.
And we've missed you, Billy. Billy!
Oops.
Oops. Oops, what?
Nothing.
I don't know.
I don't know if I want to know.
Me either. Anyways. But yeah, it's it would seriously set up a lot of success for going into future All-Star games. So, with that being said, though, who's ready for a recap?
Can I mention one thing real quick?
What's up?
Me and Chris have been talking because with me doing the tournament right now, we will definitely be doing our Main Street Prowlers, but around the minors we'll be starting back up in February.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows, that will be starting back up in February.
And
You just silver sticks.
Yep. Well, because I'm there from early morning some days till late at night, and it's just I gotta have a day of some sleep.
yeah, which I don't blame you.
So, and with all my doctor's appointments that are going on right now.
Exactly.
Have you ever thought of doing a thing at Silver Sticks podcast?
Now it would not be an issue that they actually have guest Wi-Fi. We might be able to try to do one.
Right.
Who were we discussing that?
We'd have to go with Rob Churchill and Rob Churchill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think
Or
that show.
what's her name? Nancy.
Oh yeah.
Rob Churchill.
They're
and
both
Nancy.
there. They're at Silver Sticks.
Yeah.
But yeah, both games though did start well for us.
Yes.
Going into Friday night's game, Binghamton outshot in the first period, 23-8, and then 20-17 in the second, and then Huron finally outshot Binghamton 18-13 in the third. But finally, with a final shot total of 56-43.
Yeah.
So this was a true offensive game.
Yeah.
Kyle Powell was the first star. And I'll be honest, I was watching this game. As much as I love the Prowlers, Kyle Powell was definitely moving the puck and out-passing us tremendously.
He was actually in the stream.
He had 5 assists to prove it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler Jurich, 2 goals, 1 assist, got second star. And then Gino D'Angelo, 1 goal, 1 assist, got third star. First 2 goals actually went to Port Huron. Power play goal by Matt Graham, assist by Dalton Jace, opens up the scoring 1-0. And then 10:47, just 2 minutes later, Adam Morgan from Larry Vertinainen, assisted by Gino Mini, 2-0. And then 11:31, just a minute later, Josh Newberg scored from Nikita Evesinkin and Brandon Contrato. So, and then the tying goal was 9:13 to the second. Brandon Contrato assisted by Powell and Evesinkin. And then going up 3-2, Binghamton scored from Iversinkin, assisted by Powell and Sherman. This is Jurich got the 4th goal. Sorry, assisted by D'Angelo and Aldworth. 4-3. The Prowlers scored 14:23, just 10 seconds after the Blackbears' 4th goal. Frushera, assisted by Johnson and Graham. And then 17:41 to tie the game at 4 again. Dalton J. from Frushera. 18:42 into the second, though, is when they finally pulled ahead. For the rest of the night, from a goal from D'Angelo, assisted by Jurich and Powell to go up 5-4. 7:19 on the power play. Jurich got a power play goal assisted by Aldworth and Powell, and then finishing off 7-4. 12:35 into the third. Josh Newberg scored from Evershinkin and Powell. So that was definitely a mouthful of goals.
Yeah. That's what she said.
I quit, guys. 5:23 though, into the first. Dustin Henning gets first power play penalty, going in for interference. Josh Newberg then follows him 3 minutes later for interference. Keith Lambden gets an interference call at 11:09. 11:43, Dustin Henning goes back in for tripping. And that's when it stays silent until the 6th, and until the 3rd. Because 5:56 into the 3rd, Nick Williams gets a roughing call. And then 7:49, Brett Parker of Binghamton gets a minor for cross-checking and sets off a Cade Lambden versus Brett Parker fight. And, which is kind of, Cade Lambden can hold his own after that one. 8-11 though, cross-checking by Josh Newberg. 10-33, Dustin Henning goes in for slashing. Thomas Alderworth goes in for roughing, a major cross-checking, and a game misconduct. Gino Mini at 12-13 goes in for a slash. 16-43, MJ Marco of Binghamton goes in for a rough. And then 17-46, Gino Mini goes for a minor roughing, and then misconduct for abuse of officials under 5 minutes in the game. And that was all played in front of a crowd of 2,547. And I'll be honest, I kind of ignored this game until I rewatched it.
Yeah.
Just because it's just like, when they started going down 3-4-2, it's heartbreaking because it's not like they're playing bad. They were playing
Still playing hard.
their hearts out, and it's just like, it's like I wouldn't have ignored it if I knew that I could watch it again.
Right.
But it's just like, you feel for these guys when coming off of a long road trip that's like 14 hours out to Binghamton.
Yep.
The same day they're playing a game. And it's,
And also come up with 10-0 loss.
yeah. And it's just, you feel for these guys. And it's, Binghamton, yes, they took advantage of that, and that's exactly what they needed to do. They got their game plan done.
Yep.
So I'm not mad about that. But it's the fact that it's, I wish there was a better way for these guys to rest
What
up.
was attendance?
2,547. But they got a good show out of that though, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
They got a real good show.
Also, Bob Sager died yesterday. Sad on that.
It seems like seriously everybody's been dying lately. It's sad.
They have got new reports that
They don't feel there's any foul play or any drug use involved.
They just updated a new report.
Yeah.
But with that being said, though, remember though to go to MainStreetBlueWater.com for all our future and past episodes. Go for our merch, our future shows as well as our Pokemon League. Go for our nerd stuff.
Yeah.
You laugh, but we're nerds here.
I know. I'm a big nerd.
I mean, you see in one of our commercials, he's a huge nerd. He runs a retro gaming.
I'm a gamer too. So is my mother. My mother's 71 years old and still plays video games.
And then, Kelly, we do have one more game to go over, and then we're doing the predictions after. So,
See you in a little bit.
no, not in a little bit, long time. Yeah, remember to go to MainStreetBlueWater.com. They'll have all our news up there, as well as any future or past shows. With that being said, let's see you right after this commercial break.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat. Oh, Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. They have one. was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. And hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Hey, this is James Woolman here from Great Lakes Gaming. Are you looking for an excuse to get out of the house? Well, if so, we're your excuse. We have Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering games all week long. We run leagues, and we're also open 7 days a week. Every Thursday, we are running disc golf leagues at Hollandwoods Middle School from 5 to 7, all through the spring and summer. Recently, we have become part of the WPN network of Wizards of the Coast. We're going to be starting trivia on Tuesdays, and we run a Super Smash tournament the first Saturday of every month. So that should be plenty of reasons for you to get out of the house.
Can you hear us now? Sorry about that.
Turn the mic on, Chris.
What's a mic? But no,
Day 1, 2, 3.
but yeah, we were making fun of him though because he was a dancing lobster.
Yeah, he can hear you.
But no, 21-9 in shots for the first period, 14-18 in the second, and then 12-17 for a total of 47-44 in shots. Craziness.
Yeah.
Utter craziness. Tyler Jurich gets first star tonight during that night though, scoring a hat trick. Thomas Alderworth going 2-1 for a second star, and Kyle Powell 3 more assists for his third star.
Brownies.
You're a brownie. But anyways, starting off early though in the game, 17 seconds in the first, Port Huron opens the scoring of 1-0 with a goal from Alex Johnson, assisted by Cade Lambden, and Stavros Soilis. And then 18-20 on the power play, Port Huron goes up 2-0 with a goal from Larry Vartinainen, assisted by Alex Johnson and Dalton Jay. And then 16:54 into the first, Port Huron goes up 3-0 off a goal from Dalton Jay, assisted by Matt Graham and Zachary Perushera. Unfortunately, that would stall them out for the rest of the night, though, because 6:43 into the second, Binghamton scores their first goal off of Tyler Jurich, assisted by Kyle Powell and Corey Sherman. Second goal, 11:57, with the extra attacker, because we had the delayed penalty, unfortunately. Tyler Jurich scores, assisted by Kyle Powell and Brandon Contrado. Third for the hat trick and to tie up the game. 15:32 into the second, Tyler Jurich, assisted by Kyle Powell and MJ Markle. And then a minute 31 into the third, Thomas Alderworth gets the game-winning goal, assisted by Josh Newberg. And then 6:25 into the third, Thomas Alderworth gets his second goal of the night to put Binghamton up 5-3, assisted by Nikita Ivashchenkin. And then 12:11 to the third, Nikita Ivashchenkin gets sixth goal, assisted by Josh Newberg. And then 19:43 to finish out the night, Binghamton gets their seventh and final goal, scored by Josh Newberg, assisted by Nikita Ivashchenkin and Thomas Alderworth. So, penalty summary, the first period was relatively light, with Binghamton getting the only penalty in the first. Brett Parker goes for slashing. 51 seconds into the second, though, Sam Merritt for Port Huron goes for holding. And then 7:21, Eric Aganzow goes for Binghamton for interference. 8:03 into the second, Nikita Ivashchenkin goes for roughing. And then Josh Newberg, 17:52, goes for tripping. And then the third period, a minute 31, Josh Newberg goes in for roughing and fighting, and then Gino Mini goes in for cross-checking and fighting. 8:35 in the third, Binghamton gets a delay of game bench minor, which would be served by Brett Markle. 16:01, Tyler Jurich would go for a misconduct for abuse of officials. And 16:14, MJ Markle would go for roughing and fighting, with Matt Graham going for fighting. So it was kind of like a relatively light penalty summary for a team that you think was going to go at it a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday's attendance was 2,304. So, thoughts before we get into predictions?
We have to figure out, keeping the other team off the board.
Right, and that's...
Who do we play this weekend?
This weekend we play the River Dragons of Columbus.
Yep.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
3 games right back to back.
My birthday weekend.
Happy birthday.
And actually one of the games is on my birthday.
Nah, it's canceled. Just kidding.
It better not.
Friday, January 14th. 7:05 p.m. start time.
The time for Sunday.
It's 6:05, not 3:05. The pocket schedule says 3:05. The website says 6:05, and so does the tickets.
Which is kind of weird. But yeah,
yes.
gonna be a very tough game, especially if a creep comes out the way he did the last time we played
Yes.
him. And that's gonna be it even harder.
Got it. Already said it.
It's gonna be really hard for us, really tough.
And, Gino Meany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a heck of a heavyweight fight right there.
So, what scores?
Friday night, let's go with the producer.
Come over here.
3-4 us.
Let's go with Deaf Guy.
Death guy. Not the scratcher today.
Nah.
I say 3-2 us with an empty net game winner.
Okay. And then sometimes blind ref.
0-0.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's gonna be when they get hit the ice.
Might as well, right?
I say 4-2 us.
Hello, Justin.
And I guess I got to go myself. Friday, Kelly predicts a win.
Oh,
I'm
great.
going for a win of 5-2 us. And then Saturday night, 7:05.
Justin, ready, go.
5-4 us.
4-3 us overtime.
3-2 us. Empty netter.
Always
With a
going.
fight.
And that leaves me. I am going for goalie fight.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we had a goalie fight the last time we played them, so might as well.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
we have Shipman on the ice, it might happen.
Right.
Don't
and
get me
so,
wrong, there's a good rivalry between Prowlers and the Columbus.
So I'm going for a 6-4 win.
6-4.
And then the oddly scheduled 6:05 game on Sunday.
Justin, go.
I was actually going to go with you first.
Oh, okay. 2-0 us.
I'm gonna say 3-2 us.
Fight,
With a fight.
So there's the corrected panel right there. There we go. So now we gotta
4-2 us with a line draw.
fight.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
And that's
this.
my
Also-
birthday game.
Also, I call
Yeah.
fight.
And then I'm backing up the fight. Kelly said win-win for both Saturday and Sunday. Sorry, Kelly. And I am saying 5-3.
Okay.
Fight. Final comments for this episode, though, since we're not doing tomorrow. Are
Get
y'all?
your comments in before we end the stream.
Delaware's got an injury.
Yeah, Delaware's got an injury right now too, so.
Oh yeah, Delaware won their first game last week.
Yep, they won.
Woohoo!
Brandon-
I told you, they're the underdogs.
Brandon Beard
Yeah.
is out.
But look who they beat too.
That's true.
Yeah, I know.
A tough team.
Yeah.
Brandon Beard.
Yeah.
He's out for.
So
They got him listed in a 30-day IR again.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's sad for him.
And we don't want to see that for
Yeah.
any team.
Right.
So.
But with that being said, though, I agree. Overtime win. Y'all
Yeah.
swearing.
What?
You're gonna, on the next episode, if that happens, you
If it
get
happens,
fined.
you get punched. You know that.
With that being said, though,
next
guys.
Monday?
Yeah. With that being said, though, guys, have a good week.
night.
See you guys next Monday. Have a good weekend.